That's the 1 hour. And I'm going to just write it down, the 1 hour here, right? Eastern Cape, question 1, September 2021. Question 1.2. The diagram below shows a floor plan and an elevation plan of a farmhouse. Study the diagram and answer the questions that follow. Okay. So this farmhouse, these are elevations as it says, and then we have the house here as a floor plan. So this is a top view, which is also known as a floor plan. We're viewing it from the top, we're viewing it from the sides here. Okay, so now what we have here is the direction of the north, that way. Okay, now let's find out which one is east and west. You just write. All right, so just draw a line there and then write we. And then you have your full north, south, west. So this is the west side, which is that side. But if they don't tell you that that's the west side, you can see by there's no windows. This is a smaller part. So this is this side here. Cut that out. Explain the meaning of north elevation on the diagram. So north elevation means we see the height of the wall first. We see the height of the house from the north side, right? So we see the height of the house or from the north side. Refer to the diagram above. Define the following terms respectively. A floor plan. A floor plan. When we look at a floor plan, we're looking at the top view. So we're looking from the top. See, look at it right here. This is a floor plan, and you're looking from the top as if there's no roof. Right, so you see that, and then you're looking at from a bird's view, and that is a floor plan. An elevation plan is when you are looking at the house from the side and you can see the height of the house. Use the scale of 1:100 to determine the actual length in centimeters on the plan if the measured length is 5 centimeters. Okay, first of all, they're saying must use the plan. So we're going to convert something from real life to plan, or from plan to real life. Okay, so we have the plan, the scale here. It says 1 centimeter on the map represents 100 centimeters on the real ground, or 1 millimeter on the plan represents 100 millimeters on the real ground. To determine the actual length, so they want us to convert to the actual length. So this is our unknown, because that's what they're asking for in centimeters. And then saying it must be in centimeters on the plan if the measured length is 5 centimeters. Now we're given the length here measured on the drawing, and that is 5 centimeters. Now they want us to use the scale and convert it to actual. No problem. So here we go. Let's first write the scale. 1.2.3. 1 centimeter is equal to 100 centimeters. Right? Then we have the measurement of the plan, which is 1 centimeter on the plan represents 100 centimeters on the real ground. Right, and then we are given the measurement of the plan. Let's go back to it. It says determine the actual length. So we don't know what the actual length is in centimeters, but we do know the plan, which is measured for us, is 5 centimeters. So let's convert that. 5 centimeters on the plan will equal to, we don't know yet. We're just going to cross multiply and find out. Cross multiply. 1 centimeter multiplied by unknown is equal to 5 centimeters multiplied by 100 centimeters. And then we have unknown this side. We divide because we have multiply. Opposite of multiply is divide. 1 centimeter and then that and that. And then we come back to the same. I like to do the whole thing just in case one day it's 2 centimeters and not 1. And I know I need to use it. 5 times 100 divided by 1. So I never forget that number is there, which is 500 centimeters. And we're done. 1.3, let's move on. So we're going to move on to 1.3. Mr. Dudley A farmer travels from his farm to the city once a week. The distance from the city to his farm is 90 kilometers. He plans to buy 4 boxes of tiles to replace some broken tiles in his kitchen. Convert 90 kilometers to millimeters. Okay, no problem. 90 kilometers. 90 kilometers to millimeters, no problem. Okay, so I use my method that I love so much. I never get my answer. King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. I found this on the Viva textbook, grade 12, and I just fell in love with it. Okay, so B is for length, meters and grams, meters, liters, whatever, however you write it. Then here it's milliliters, millimeters, milligrams. See? And here it's kilometer, kiloliter, kilometer, kilogram. And here it's centiliter, centimeter, and centigrams. Okay, so as you see, millimeter is smaller than centi, centi is smaller than meter, meter is smaller than kilo. So when you go that side, you go from small to big, and we always divide when you go from small to big. But when you go in that direction, you go from big to small, and we multiply. Great. Now let's answer the question. 90 kilometers. So we're going to say 90 kilometers. Obviously, we're going from big to small. We're going to multiply by what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, 1 and 6 zeros. That's a lot. And it's going to be 90 million. Check it on the calculator. And you have 90 million millimeters. Dorbs, adorable. 1.3.1. I love questions like they are just free marks. Okay, now we go to calculate the number of tiles packed in one box if the area of one tile is 0.36 meters squared and the tiles are sold at 1.44 meters squared per box. So how many tiles are there? You see, the thing is here, one tile is equal to, they said one tile, let's put it like this. I'm going to do it like this. Okay, so one tile is equal to 0.36 meters squared, and now they're saying 1.44 meters squared in a box. How many tiles is that? No problem. We don't know how many tiles that is. We just have the meters squared, and then we're just going to cross multiply and say 1 tile times 1.44 meters squared is equal to unknown times 0.36 meters squared. And then we say unknown is this side, opposite of multiply, divide 0.36 and divide by 0.36. That is meters squared, and that's gone. And then we just divide and get the answer. Our unknown is equal to 1.144 divided by 0.36, and that is 4 tiles. Our box has 4 tiles. Great. Next one. We're going to the last question. And the last question says, Mr. Doodle takes 1.125 hours to travel to town. Convert this time to hours, minutes, and seconds. Okay, so we have, let me just copy it first because I wanna use the whole space. 1.125 hours. And they say they want this in hours, minutes, and seconds. Okay, all right, no problem. Here's what you do in this situation, right? So we have only in hours. Now they're saying here, if there's anything that's less than an hour, write it in minutes. And if there's anything that's less than a minute, write it in seconds. So what you do is you say how many, you start with the big one. And you say how many full hours are here? And we have 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my calculator. What do I do with it? Nice. I just multiply it by 60. It's going to go from hour to minute. minutes. Okay, so we have this 1 full hour here, and let's multiply. So that would be times 60, and we have 7.5 minutes. Now, they said if it's not a full minute, write it as a second, as seconds. So now how many full minutes are here? We have 7 minutes. So basically we have 1 hour and 7 minutes. Now again, let's take our calculator and say 7.5 minus 7. I know most people know how to minus 7.5 minus 7 is 0.5. But for some people, they still don't understand what would be left if you remove the 7. Some say, oh, there's a 5 left. So we're just I just say, do it with the calculator. Don't take chances. So we have and 0.5 minutes. Now remember, it's still minutes. You just separated it and said the full minutes and the half a minute alone. Now what are we going to do with this? We're going to multiply it by 60. Now we have 1 hour, 7 minutes, and let's multiply that by 60 and 30 seconds. That is the end of question 1. So darling, tune in for question 2 tomorrow.